ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
The Turiya Avastha is being continued. Description of Turiya Avastha is being continued. Read 108.
या स्वच्छा समता शांता जीवन्मुक्तव्यवस्थितिः साक्ष्यवस्था व्यवहृतौ सा तुर्या कलनोच्यते।
Vyavasthitihi means a state. What is the state? That Jivan Mukti state. So therefore Vyavasthiti word is feminine. All these adjectives are in feminine. Anvaya. Ya Swachha Samata Shanta Jivan Mukta Vyavasthiti. Jivan Muktasya Vyavasthiti. State of a Jivan Mukta. Again, Vyavahritau Sakshyavastha. Vyavahritau Sakshyavastha. Sa Turiya Kalana Uchyate. Kalana Avastha. Kalana also is Avastha. That whatever that state is like this. What is it? Yeah, whatever that state is like this. Swachha. Swachha means what? Free from impurities. In Atma, there cannot be impurities. But Adhyastha, Prapancha, figuratively is like an impurity. Not only simple impurity, disastrous impurity. Why? It is the one which gives the calamitous samsara. The problem with us is that we don't know this samsara is calamitous. I don't mean samsara means having wife, husband, children, not that house, property, and not that way. Samsara means this, our limited life of sorrows, tension, confusion, problems, diseases, and much more than all of these is incessant cycle of Janma and Marana. See, almost all religions of the world do accept rebirth. It may appear that Christianity doesn't accept. This is a matter of research. Jesus did believe in rebirth. Christianity up to the around 500 centuries after Jesus did believe in, what is that? Rebirth. I think there was not only that, a saint called Oregon also. His profuse writings show that the individual soul, they may not call Jiva, the individual soul emerges out from divinity, and after so many of cycles of death, birth, etc., finally goes back to divinity. In Jiva getting subjected to transmigration, when discovers himself to be the divinity principle, again it is called clearly merging back. But somewhere in 540, the emperor, even against the will or the consent of the Pope, whom he tortured, he made a decree that this is what rebirth is not there, and Oregon's teachings were condemned. So therefore, we can't say real Christianity doesn't accept. Only we can say that Church doesn't accept. Vatican may not accept because they are going by this decree of that particular thing. But that decree was of a vested interest because of the prompting of the Empress. It's a matter of research. The history, not concocted by someone. It's a history. So we can't take seriously that they don't have rebirth, etc., etc., etc. So it was just a vested interest. So now look here. Now Janma Marana are not pleasant things. Maybe a child is born, others may celebrate. Ask the child, why does it cry? Death, to some extent, we can see others that means in a painful condition. But there is much more pain than that. What we can see. Even the child in the womb of the mother is not a pleasant thing. 9 months is a very torturous condition. So, and yet the strange thing is almost entire humanity, 99.999999999 and go on percent just is impervious of this fact. So that's how, but we should know that. So that is how you say samsara. It's not that housewife, children, husband, etc. are samsara. Are you ignorant? Whether you are a householder or a sannyasi, you are a samsari. And if you have got Atma Jnana, even if you are a householder, you are a samsari. It is the ajnana that makes samsara or no samsara. No ajnana, no samsara. Ajnana, samsara. Irrespective of what stage of life or what status in life one has got. So therefore, say that is our problem. We don't know there is a problem. That is very dangerous. Not knowing that a problem is there is a very dangerous thing. That is why Shastras we have to take. We have to be in the company of the good people. Good people means not goody people. People who have got knowledge of Shastra. For the pursuit of gaining Atma Jnana. Who have got devotion to Bhagavad Tattva. Such person. What happens? You learn many things by their conduct, discussion with them, etc. On the contrary, you should give up dussanga. Satsanga is desirable. Dussanga, run away from that. Otherwise, you will imbibe the wrong values from them. unknowingly. Be careful about that. One should be very, very careful about Dussanga. It is said, tell me your friends, I will tell you what you are. You can make out from the friends what you are. So that Swachha, free from samsara, Gunadharma of prapancha, all sorrows, etc. That is impurity. Samata. Samata, because what is Sarva Sama Brahma only. In and through the varying upadhis, the one principle Chaitanya of the Brahma, his vision is on that. Just innumerable electrical gadgets are there. But one who is focusing the attention on the electricity, therein one who is the same is there. Manifestation may differ, electricity doesn't differ. Therefore, like that, saintly and what sinners, etc., may be there. Rich, poor may be there. Intelligent, dull people may be there. Good, bad people may be there. In and through all these, including animals and all that, including coronavirus. One and the same Brahma Tattva is there. There is nothing that exists with an object or a being without this Chaitanya Brahma Tattva, because there are very fact that you say such and such thing is, that isness, that existence belongs to Brahma. Something is not. Yes. Is not means non-existence. But non-existence is. You are aware of. Whatever you are of exists. It is not existence but non-existence. That is behavior that Chaitanya is. So therefore, anything and everything in the creation is from where? This Sama Nirvikari Brahma only. Therefore, that Vyavasthitihi state is Samata. Shanta. No turbulence of Jagat. Antakarna is Vritti Rahita. Visheshas of Jagat Prapancha is not there. This is not just a passing phase of mind called peace. It is Swarupa Shanti. That quietude, that peace, the silence, which is the Swarupa, real nature of Atma, wherein Ashanti is not possible. Why? For Ashanti, you need the Antakarana, the mind. In Atma, Brahma, you can't smuggle in the mind. If you smuggle in the mind, you are not aware of Atma, you are not aware of Brahman. So therefore, Shanta means Prapanchopashama. No cognition of Prapancha, just experience. That Vyavasthiti, that state is called what? Jivan Mukta state. Only Jivan Mukta. Without Jivan Mukta, not only Atma Jnana is there, but that Nishtha, steadfastness, mind being absorbed in Sarupa is there. As a result, Prarabdha Vasha, because he was also had a body, by Prarabdha, the ups and downs in his life, Sukha dukkha. Do not disturb that person. What is called as that is a chitta kleshas, afflictions of the mind cannot have a bearing on him because he is because of the nishtha, steadfastness in the Atma Jnana, that because of that experience, all these antakarana chikida, what kleshas mean just nothing. He is so much absorbed in the Ananda Swarupa, they don't have a bearing. They are there. When he becomes by prarabdha, when he becomes aware of the body, becomes aware of the jagat, to some extent they will be there, but at the backdrop, the Swarupa is there. So they have no that impact which could have been there in the case of a ajnani. Just think of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa having cancer. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was just 50 years. He left the body at 50 years, not much. Of course, Vivekananda much earlier, 39. So now 50 years. Even once, he was not able to eat the food. People asked him, why don't you pray to mother? Because he is so devoted to mother. So because of their compulsion, he asked mother, Mother, I am not able to eat. Mother told, you are eating from all the mouths. Why you want to eat from this mouth only? Why are you identifying with that? In fact, cancer, he was not bothered. At times when he was aware of the body, little thing was there, but he was not bothered about it. Think in the place of Ramakrishna or other person suffering from cancer. Total loss, as it were. The life is ruined, as it were. Again, depending on the status. If the person is young, don't ask at all. What all calamities can be there. For him, just nothing. So, prarabdhavasha, the sukha dukkhas will be there, but he is unaffected by them. It is not a mental stamina to bear the sorrow, etc. By virtue of his mind getting absorbed in the Swarupa, even these become only small pinpricks in life. You see, again, now suppose this Jivan Mukta by Prarabdha has to interact with the Jagat. He is not lost in Swarupa now. He is aware of the body, aware of the world, and circumstances demand that he has to interact with the world. It is a Vyavahrita. In Vyavahara, on account of Prarabdha, Sakshyavastha is simply a Sakshi, means in his presence, all this drama of Jagat. You see a movie, you know it is a movie. You don't get identified. Some people get identified and they cry also. Children don't know. Suppose the tiger pounces the children, the child gets frightened. And if it is a three-dimensional movie, don't ask at all. So, here is what Sakshya was. In my presence, all this come and go. That my presence is very vivid to you. That Atmanubhava, Brahmanubhava is so vivid, like a drama that is going in front of it. That is the Vyavahara with the word. That state, what? Sa, Turiya, Kalana. Kalana means again the avastha only, Vyavasthiti only. Kalana, avastha, state. It is Turiya, Turiya, Turiya Akara because Vyavasthiti is feminine. The Turiya, Turiya, Chaturiya, fourth means this is the Swarupa, free from waking, dream and sleep. That's why I said. See how close we are. Our Swarupa, not close, our Swarupa, but we are denied of it. By what? Three. What are those? Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupta Avastha. See, what a pity. Then how to get rid of them? Take a scissor and cut it? Not possible. Where to break it? Snap off your connection or that which connects you to the Jagat. What connects you to the Jagat? What you expect from the Jagat? You think that the Jagat is capable of being what you want. So long as it is there, you will have the body, take the body as I, and interact with it. So to begin with, take the first step. Don't take things for granted. Majority are doing is not the criteria. Majority don't know the truth. Be guided by Shastra and inquire and investigate the methods that we generally adopt. Popular or the majority is method that we adopt to acquire happiness, to get away sorrow. Are they really fruitful and efficacious? Have those things so obtained? Do they really have the capacity to give us happiness forever? Can they forever drive away our sorrows? See, look, Vishaya Bhoga, sense pleasure, to be derived from the word, whatever it may be your bhogya, we are not concerned with that. First demands one thing. What is that? Number one prerequisite. What is it? Body. When you have a body, can you ever hope to be happy? Source of all sorrow, diseases, death, birth, etc. See, the first investment itself is not worth. And then you try that. And what you get is what? By the time you get and think that you have it decays and perishes or gets separated, etc. So therefore, Viveka. Don't take the things for granted. Take to discrimination. Really, can these make me happy? Shastra gives the direction. Muhu dosha darshana. Muhu means again and again, repeatedly. Dosha darshana. See the drawbacks, the defects in sense pleasure. Look, Shastra doesn't deny that sense pleasures, Vishaya Bhoga, give you some happiness. Shastra accepts that. But Shastra points out it is not the commensurate return for the investment that you have made. Investment in the body means what? Sorrow. Not that. Again, yet we can reconcile. क्या करने का, जिंदगी में थोड़ा हैप्पीनेस इधर से ही मिलता है. Somebody said no. खाने का नहीं, पीने का नहीं, तो जीना ही क्यों? Why should you live? Some happiness we get, accept it. But that happiness really is not in the objects and beings and events that you are seeking, my dear sir. That happiness is your swarupa. Your swarupa, you attribute to the Vishayas, etc., and think that I got from them. Along with that, sorrow also is. Shastra says, don't go round about the way now. With all host of sorrows of Janma Marana, Janma Marana, Janma Marana, have direct approach to the source of happiness, where there is no trace of sorrow, and that is your true nature. It's verified. In sleep, after waking up sleep, I slept happily. I didn't know anything. That slept happily, from which heaven that happiness has come? Is it because of our sense indulgence, anything? Huh? You ate a nice dish, you heard a melodious music, you had a cozy touch. Is it? No. It's just Swarupa only. No sorrows, because why? Sources of sorrows are temporarily cut off. Temporarily, okay? What is source of sorrow? Gross body, subtle body. See, in the waking state, gross body, subtle body, there are more sorrow. Sorrows emerging from the physical body and sorrows emerging from the antakarana, mind, intellect. In sleep, physical body is out. Therefore, sorrows on account of physical body are not there. Even if a person is suffering from cancer and he is dreaming, he has no pain of the cancer at all. But mental afflictions are there, sorrows are there. In sleep, mind is not there, subtle body is not there, gross body, physical body is not there. No sorrow at all. Simple. Therefore, what? Sorrow belongs to what? Gross and subtle body. And Ananda, see, when gross and subtle bodies and sense objects of the world are not there, yet there is happiness in the deep sleep state, means that happiness belongs to what? Chaitanya Atma only. But unfortunately, we are not aware of it during the deep sleep because Ajnana, ignorance, has totally covered it. See, what a pitiable condition. So therefore, in sleep, Jagat is not there, no sorrow. In sleep, Vishayas are not there, and yet the Ananda is there. But it can help us to ascertain that in principle, that in our Swarupa must be Ananda. But in practice, we cannot claim it. So therefore, in the waking state, when you are not asleep, and yet you are not aware of the Jagat, what you experience is Paramananda, your Swarupa. To accomplish that, lot of preparations are necessary. Shastra guides us. But before that, discover the necessity of this. Our Shastras are not cock and bull. It is above Vedanta Shastra, Adhyatma Shastra is above all religions. Religions should lead the man to gain this knowledge. This can serve as the means, but not the goal. So what I mean to say is, discover the necessity and importance of what? Knowing directly our Swarupa, Paramananda, and totally free from sorrow. Here is the man who is that, who is abiding in that, and he is a Jivan Mukta. Continue.
नैतज्जाग्रन्न च स्वप्नः सङ्कल्पानामसम्भवात् सुषुप्तभावो नाप्येतद् अभावात् जडता स्थितेः.
This is a state. It is neither waking state, nor dream state, nor deep state. That is what Jivan Mukti or the Turiya Avastha is. Sankalpanam asambhava. There, na etat jagrat na. This is Sandhi breaking. Naitat jagrat na is there, no? Na etat jagrat na. Now take Anvaya. Sankalpanam asambhava. Etat jagrat na. First na. Second na. Nacha sapna. Last phrase, it is na u api etad abhavat jadata sitehe. Na u api etad abhavat jadata sitehe. Take Anvaya now. Jadata sitehe abhavat सुषुप्त भावः अपि एतद् नौ अपि एतद् नौ. This Turiya Avastha is not none of this. What are those? Sankalpanam asambhava. Asambhava, there being impossibility of sankalpa. Sankalpa, manovyapara, desires also called sankalpa, thoughts also are called sankalpa. Here, manovyapara, all functions of antakara. They are abhavat, asambhavat, not abhavat, being not possible. Why? Atma Brahma is nirupadhika. The gross body, the physical body, or the subtle body, manabuddhya, ahankara, chitta, or causal body, ignorance, they are not there in it. They are adhyastha, falsely attributed. So therefore, sankalpana vasatat, etat jagrat na. It means what? This Turiya Avastha is what? It is not waking state at all. The basis of waking state is Turiya Avastha only. But the features of waking state do not belong to Turiya Avastha. Nacha swapnaha. So it's also what? It's not swapna, dream state. All features of dreams, no. See, swapna is nothing but what? Is a projection of the thoughts. That which makes you aware of that thought is what? Your Swarupa. These thoughts are not his feature. So Swapna also is not Turiya Avastha. Again, Sushupta Bhava, state of sleep also is not Turiya. Why? Jadata Sitehe Abhava. In Turiya, Atma, Brahma, Jadata Sthiti, stupor, inertia, ignorance, Abhava. is not there. Bhava. Sushupta bhava. Even the state of sleep, say, api, even not that, etad now. It is not so. Then what is this Turiya Avastha? Continue.
Shanta samyak prabudhanam yatha sthitamidam jagat vilinam turyamityahura buddhanam sthitam stiram.
Add in the beginning Swatirikta Adhyara. Supplementary word. Swatirikta Shanta Samyak Prabudhana Yathasitam Idam Jagat Vilinam Turyam Iti Ahu. Abuddhanam, see, Turyam Iti Ahu, Ra is there. That Ra accounts for Abuddhanam Sitam Stiram. This Jagat is like this for a Jnani, Jivan Mukta, Jnani, and for Ajnani it is like this. One and the same Jagat. So, for a Jnani, Jivan Mukta, this Jagat is like this. Then we'll see what about the Ajnani. Swatirikta Shanta Samyak Prabhuddhana. To those Jnanis, Prabhuddhana, Karshena Buddhana, who have got the highest knowledge, Bodha. Those who have got the Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara, and there is what is there? Swatirikta Shanta Samyak. Other than oneself, everything else is what? Shanta is what? Terminated. Driven away from the range of your cognition. Samyak, thoroughly. Samyak can be taken as Prabhuddhana. Not necessarily because pra is there. So here, totally one who is not at all aware of anything other than oneself. Anything other than oneself is reported to you by our reporters. Who are those our reporter journalists? Antakarana vrittis. You have no Antakarana vrittis, no journalists, no reporters. All, anything and everything other than oneself, superimposed, erroneously attributed to Atma Swarupa, is out of cognition. They really do not belong to Atma at all. For such people, idam yathasitam jagat. This jagat as it stands now in toto is what? Vilinam. Extinct. Why? He is the very adhisthana of the Vilaya of the Jagat. In his Swarupa, Jagat comes and goes. But adhisthana is one and the same. On a rope, you may see a snake, or you may, and the snake may disappear after you bring the light. But rope is as it is, unaffected. So Vilinam, because it is the adhisthana of this superimposed Jagat, that is Turyamiti Ahu. For him, his mind in and through the Jagat is what? On the Turiya Avastha, free from all this. Whereas, in contrast to this, to Ajnani what? Abuddhana. Abuddhana means Ajnanis. Sthiram Sitam. Jagat remains intact as it is. It is real for them. But for a Jnani, it doesn't exist at all. Different vision. Just like for a dreamer, dream is real. On waking up, whew, that is how it is. But being in dream, you can't say this is false. Our problem is that we try, not we try. We are steeped in the Jagat and say and try to appreciate how it is mithya. You be absorbed or be aware of your Swarupa. You need not ascertain afterward Jagat is mithya, because you find that it comes and goes. When the mind is functioning, it appears to be there. When mind is not functioning, it goes. You are what you are in spite of all this. So when this one can get absorbed in Turiya Avastha, that is now described. Continue.
अहंकार कला त्यागे समताया समुद्गमे विशरारौ कृते चित्ते तुर्यावस्थोपतिष्ठते.
Words are little tricky. So especially second line. Ahankara kala tyage samataya samudgame chitte visharirau and layam krute atha turyo krute atha turyavastha upadishtati. Atha turyavastha upadishtati. When this is accomplished, what remains is Turiya Avastha, or Swarupa only, free from waking, dream, and deep sleep state. What is that to be accomplished? Number one, in short, it describes what is this Turiya Avastha. How can I know that I am abiding in Turiya Avastha? Number one, Ahankara Kala Tyagi. Here, Kala means Ansha, aspect, feature. When the feature of Ahankara, the Ansha of Ahankara, the aspect of Ahankara given up, means no more identification with the embodiment, whether at the physical level, mental level, or karna level, causal level, ignorance level. Tyage. And then number two, how is it possible? Samatayaha samudgame. Samudgame means labhe. When this is accomplished, when this is obtained, what is that? Samata. What samata? Sameness. Sarva sama brahma gochara. Everything is one and the same Brahma. This is the vision. Samata means sameness, equality. How equal? Everything is one and the same Brahma Swarup. Samudgami and chitte vishararau layam krute. I will give us first direct meaning, then how we'll see after. So that vishararau is a very tricky word. Chitte, when the mind is what? Vishararau, take the first meaning as Paramatmani. How Paramatma is Vishararau, we'll say afterwards. Vishararau means Paramatmani. Chitte Paramatmani Layam Krite is made to get absorbed. It is made extinct in Paramatma. Means the Chitta, the Antakarana, has just assumed the Swarup of Paramatma. It has conformed totally to the nature of Paramatma. That capacity is there in the Antakarana. That is what Ishvara's creation is. If Ishvara had not kept that capacity, Aparoksha Jnana is next to impossible in this human embodiment. So, though we demanded extrovert senses to have bhoga of the Jagat, Ishvara knew the inherent danger in it. But he is helpless. Your order is for what? Bahya Jagat. And Bahya Jagat means you have to experience that. He has to make the senses extrovert only, because your order is so. But out of compassion, one day this fellow will come to senses and see the danger. He provided a capacity in the Antakarana to withdraw from the sense object and make it introvert. Make exact replica of our Atma Swarup. So that here, that is mind, when it is made, get absorbed the Swarup. Now then let us see how this Visharira means Paramatmani. It is based on a statement of Mundaka Upanishad. Pranavo Dhanu Sharo Yatma. A mode of Nididhyasana, Atma Chintana is given. Dhanuhu, Bo is Omkara. Sharaha Atma, and the arrow is Atma, means Jivatma. Brahma tal laksham uchyate. Target is what? Brahma. And then what? Sharavat tanmayo bhavi. When the arrow is shot by the bow and hits the target, it gets one with the target, gets embedded in the target. That's called oneness. That is what say, with a well-prepared mind, Shuddhantakarana and Nishchalantakarana meditates, contemplates on Atma Swarupa, it just gets absorbed, embedded as it were, one with, as it were, with Paramatma Swarupa. So therefore, Pranavosh Dhanu Sharo Atma iti, by the Shruti statement, mind is a Sharaha, is what? The arrow. And where the Shara gets embedded is Vishara. No Shara means no mind. Amani Bhava. Mind is the arrow, and when it gets embedded in the Paramatma Swarupa, mind no more remains the mind. Amani Bhava has to be, Madonasha has to declare. Therefore, Vishara, free from Shara, the mind, Vishara, is Amani Bhava, means Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So Vishare, therefore what? Nirnode. So that means Vishara, the Vishaha, Vishayas. Vishare, now Vishare means what? Nirvikalpa Samadhi. When it manifests, it is called as Vishararuhu. Paramatma, non-different from Jivatma. Vishararuhu. Lot of language, Sanskrit is involved, but just have the meaning of that. And locative of that Vishararuhu is Vishararau, Paramatmani. Pranavo dhanusharo yatma. By the Shruti, mind is a shara, means the bow. And where the mind gets absorbed is Vishara, means Amani Bhava, means Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Vishare, locative, means in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Paramatma Arohati, means Pradurbhavati, means in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Paramatma Sarupa gets revealed. So therefore what? It is called Vishararuhu. Who is called Vishararuhu? Paramatma. Its locative Vishararo Paramatmani. I hope they have got it. Up to Vishare, no problem. Up to Vishare is what? Nirvika Samadhi. Vishare means Nirvika Samadhi. Arohati. Pradurbhavati. Gets revealed. So therefore, Vishararuhu is Paramatma. Its locative is Vishararo. Chitta gets Vilina in Paramatma. Atha, then, what is it? Turyavastha upatishtate. What remains is Turyavastha. Simple. When the mind gets absorbed in the Chaitanya, free from all adhyastha, that is what is called a Turiya Avastha. Now, Idaga is winding up the teaching. So he gives us, in nutshell, what is the Siddhanta, what is the Tatparya, what is the sum and substance of Adhyatma Shastra. Adhyatma means Atma Sambandhi, related to, centered on Atma Swarupa. This is what the Adhyatma Shastra has to tell us in short. Read.
सिद्धान्तोऽध्यात्मशास्त्राणां सर्वापन्नव एव हि नाविद्यास्तिह नो माया शान्तं ब्रह्मेदमक्लमम्.
Adhyatma Shastrana Siddhanta Sarvapandhava Eva. Iha avidya nasti maya nau idam aklamam idam shantam aklamam brahma. Idam shantam aklam brahma. Sarvapannava. Apannava means denial, negation, or disowning as the truth. Sarvapannava, denial of everything that is in the creation as what? Not the truth, not reality, not Brahma. Done in the case of what? Neti neti. Anything that is perceived as this, Anatma category, not Atma Swarupa. So that why discard everything which is perceived experience as this. That is what, that is not reality. Sarvadeva. Eva he. So what you do that, when you do that, what remains is that which you cannot discard, which you cannot get away with. That is Brahma. Can you anytime get rid of I? If body, their body ends. Still I remains in the next embodiment. That Chaitanya can never get, you can never get rid of. So that is Ayam Adhyatma Shastranam Siddhanta. This is the gist of Adhyatma. What is that? Sarva Apangnava eva. Discard everything that is available, perceptible in terms of Anatma Jagat. It is not this. What remains is the Atma Brahma. And again, Iha avidya nasti. Even avidya in reality is not there. Then you may say, Acha ho gaya. See, Upanishad says avidya is not there. Therefore what? We don't bother to get the knowledge. Khao piyo maja karo. Karo, बाद में थप्पड़ खाओ, ज्यादा खाओ. Not that way. Even avidya is not real. But the problem is from unreal only. Dream is not real, but it's a problem or not for the dreamer when it's a pathetic, calamitous. Yeah. No Maya. Don't think Maya really is there. Not at all. But its effect is seen. So therefore, even mind really is not there, but it's a phantom. It tortures you. In reality, none of these are there. You can discover this truth provided you are absorbed in the Swarup. So therefore, idam sarvam what? Shantam Brahma. Shantam means here sarvopadrava rahitam. Rahita, free from sarva upadrava. Upadrava, sorrows. Free from all sorrow. Idam Brahma. And what is that? Aklamam. There is also a reading called Akramam. Aklamam means which is na klamate or na kramate means na hiyati, which can never cease to exist. All this end, Ajnana, Maya, entire Jagat end, but that which ever exists, aklamam means never get discarded. That is means the aklamam, that is nirvishesham Brahma. It is nirvishesham Brahma. Na aklamate, na hiyate iti aklamam. So that is what. And actually, Shastra becomes lame, impotent to explain this, describe this. Only Shastra can point you out, but you have to discover, own it up, and get absorbed in terms of experience. Even Shastra has no entry there. Strict customs. Under the table deal also is not possible. So this is what means that The gist of entire Adhyatma Shastra is that there is Brahma and Brahma alone. There is nothing else whatsoever. Neither Jagat is there, nor mind is there, nor ignorance is there, nor Maya is there. There is nothing else in that reality. Huh? Not your present. This can be misunderstood. Very dangerous it can be if it's misunderstood. So that's why no. Guru is not there, Shishya is not there, Ishvara is not there. You must have heard this. True from the ultimate standpoint, but for a sadhaka standpoint, it is not true because he has to, with the help of this only, he has to discover that. So don't quote such statements out of context. This is in the context of the experience of a jnani, wherein what remains is Brahma and Brahma alone, nothing else whatsoever. This is the gist of this Adhyatma Shastra is what? All that is there is Brahma and Brahma alone. Anything else, just appearance. It has to be discarded. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ